Phoebe! Good morning. Say good morning to everyone. Good morning. What are you gonna get into today, I wonder? This juice is so good, this beet juice. Yesterday was so much fun with my sister. I love when she comes down to hang out with me. We always have such a good time. We ran all those errands together and it was a pretty busy day yesterday. Today is gonna be a day of work and I have to go get my teeth cleaned today. I actually don't mind too much. I'm pretty much in and out of there because I floss. I just finished All Her Fault. I know I'm behind. Everybody finished that a long time ago. That show is so good. I was up until 12:30 finishing it and I go to bed early. So that was super late for me. So I'm feeling very tired this morning. This cup of joe is gonna fix all of that. I am obsessed with this espresso. Just obsessed. I know I talk about it constantly, so I'll stop, but not much to see today. That's all I'll say. It's me. It's just me. It's just me. Just me, Phoebes. Don't worry, don't cry, girl. Not gonna lie. It's a lot doing all of this, but it's worth it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Look at that. Double espresso. Let's try it. What are you eating now? All right, it's time to get to work. I'll see you later. Good morning. I got very lucky and got an appointment with my rheumatologist this morning. My eye doctor has been saying because of the uveitis that it's critical I talk to a rheumatologist, and I've been meaning to, schedule an appointment. I haven't gone to the rheumatologist since I lived in LA and found out I had ankylosing spondylitis because I reversed all of my symptoms, through diet and didn't feel the need. I've had this uveitis since 2022, and every eye doctor that I've seen is like, you need to see a rheumatologist. So it's time. You have to take your health seriously, but especially your eyes. I'm a little freaked out. So yes, driving to Ann Arbor today, gonna go see the rheumatologist. I'll keep you posted as to what she says. And then I'm gonna go to Whole Foods and I'm gonna take you with me. I love Whole Foods. They always have everything I need there, which is fantastico. Okay. As of right now, we're going to be 10 minutes early, which I love that for us. Okay, let's go. I hate leaving the pups. You guys, it's so foggy outside, kind of. It looks beautiful and creepy at the same time. You guys should see this sky. It's so beautiful. I'm actually really excited to go and see this rheumatologist because, like I said, it's been a while since I've been, and I feel like within the last few years, I have gotten a little worse. I am in more pain, and I think a lot of it has to do with, if I'm being honest, where I live, because now I'm in Michigan, and the weather is completely different. You know what I mean? We have high humidity in the summers, damp, cold winters, and all of that. Ankylosing spondylitis is like an arthritic disease of the spine, and I do feel it all throughout my body. But I'm telling you, when I opened my business, my meal prep business, and I was in that commercial kitchen for 12 plus hours a day, it totally took a toll on my health. I would have such immense back pain, and I still do. I feel a little stiff, and mornings it's hard to get mobilized. And so a few reasons why I think Michigan, you know, the weather in Michigan. We have hot, humid summers, we have cold, damp winters, and all of that wreaks havoc on arthritis. So there's that. But then also, when I was in Los Angeles, I was shopping at farmers markets, you know, and I would talk to these farmers, and they're, you know, waking up at 3, 4 in the morning, pulling all of this produce and then bringing it to market. So it's like as fresh can be, straight from the ground to, you know, my plate. And it was amazing. And I very rarely went to the grocery store, you know, except for like some canned goods that I needed. I would even get, you know, my lentils. There was a lady who sold, you know, sprouted lentils and things. So I think changing my food source, I think everyone can relate to what the food's like in the grocery stores nowadays. And, you know, just, you know, being in Michigan, everything, you know, is imported here. Yeah, so there's that. I think the food quality is much, much different. The nutritional value in everything that I'm eating, I think, is substantially lower. And when you use food as medicine, I mean, that creates a big problem. So I've definitely noticed that your connection plays a huge part in your health and having a social life and friends and things. And I don't have that here. I, you know, have a handful of friends and, you know, I don't go out. I don't do anything. I don't drink. I don't go to bars. Yeah, I just don't have people that I really hang out with much or do anything with. And, you know, and to be able to go out to eat here is very challenging because there are no vegan restaurants in my area. You go out and it's always just like a olive oil garlic pasta option, or someone always wants to give you roasted veggies and quinoa. It's like those are your two options. You're lucky if you get a roasted veggie quinoa dish, to be honest, because that's only at like fancy places. So I think all of that, there's so much more, I think, that goes into it. I mean, it could be also aging. I think perimenopause might have something. I'm blaming perimenopause for everything. I cannot even tell you how much that has drastically changed my life for the worse. So anyway, so much at play here, but I just feel like if I could get back to California and get back to that, because it's warm weather, but it's dry heat. If I could get back to that type of climate, if I could get back to that way of eating, and, you know, I know you guys are going to say, well, you know, aren't there farmers in Michigan? There are. But let me tell you something, trying to find someone who grows organically in this area at the farmers markets that are available to me, very slim to none. Like to the point where I just stopped even going, because if I was lucky, there might be like one farmer and they had, you know, carrots or something, like one thing. So yeah, it's definitely a challenge here. So getting back to California, I think, would help my health tremendously, but I do what I can. So I do like Whole Foods. I feel like, you know, there's really great options and things. So we'll go to the rheumatologist. We'll see what she says and go to Whole Foods. If anyone watching this has ankylosing spondylitis, I would love to hear your experience with it. Like what your day-to-day is like. Like, for the most part, I'm not in too much pain, but I always have that like back stiffness and like my neck is I'm constantly going like this. I think, I don't know if it's the ankylosing spondylitis or I need to find a new pillow or a combination of both, but my neck is always bothering me. Like my rib cage area, like in the back part of it, that's always feeling really like tight and hurts. And it kind of like wraps around to the front, like right underneath my front right rib, to the point where I thought I was having a gallbladder issue, but my doctor thinks it could be my ankylosing spondylitis, so I have to check about that. But I'm just curious. I want to hear from other people that go through this and hear like how you're feeling. But anyway, I'll keep you posted. Just got out of the doctor's office. Didn't really get too many answers. You know, it was just basically like, bend over and touch your toes. And, I can't do that. I can get to about my shins. And she was like, well, you have limited mobility. Already knew that. And then she wanted me to like put my back against the wall with my heels against the wall. And I also can't stand up straight like that. So she, mentioned that. Sorry, I have to put my glasses on. With the uveitis, having a flare up about once a year, it's still pretty low. And she basically was like, we need to do a full x-ray of your neck and spine just to make sure to see where you're at, but you're most likely going to have to go on Humira. And that's basically to like, I don't want to say eradicate the uveitis because, I don't know that you ever get rid of it. I think it's just like lowering all of those inflammatory markers. There's one specific that it targets, I guess. That was a hard pill to swallow to hear that, because obviously I want to take care of myself and I want to take care of my health, but also like I'm not anti-science by any means, but I am like anti-taking medication. Like I think it's because I have already been on a biologic and that went so poorly for me that I changed my diet and got rid of all of my symptoms and felt fantastic for so long, for so many years. And it wasn't until major stress came into my life and owning that business that, I started having constant flare-ups. But once I got rid of that, once I got rid of the kitchen, got rid of that stress, and I work from home now in the comfort of my own home, comfort of my parents' home, let's be honest. I'm not stressed, and I do have a meditation practice again, and I don't go to yoga as much as I want, which I really need to, especially since my client is Monroe Yoga, and I have every, opportunity to go anytime I want. My camera battery died. I can't with that, so now we're on mobile. Long story short, staying away from processed foods, focusing on just eating whole foods. Speaking of whole foods, I'm here and we're gonna do a little shopping. Okay, let's go shop. One thing I always have in stock is some organic coconut milk, because I love cooking with coconut milk. Okay, let's have a look at these. These are delicious, yes, but let's read the ingredient list, okay? Maltodextrin, very inflammatory. I mean, this is hidden in almost everything. Pretty clean ingredients, except for this maltodextrin, which is usually corn derived, but these aren't the worst, but also like in moderation. One thing that I really like is this no chicken broth. Pretty clean ingredients on this guy. Or you can get yourself some vegetable stock, plop one of these guys in if you want. It'll be a little less expensive than getting that, which is now like $6. This is the toothpaste I like to get. This is the lotion I like to use. Where's the coffee? I need to look to see if they have my coffee here. Right here, I literally passed it 100 times. I don't know why this place is so busy on a Thursday morning, but it is. The place is packed, and I don't want people to think I'm like crazy going down the aisles, filming everything. I'm so bummed about my coffee though, because they have like tons of different blends of the Verve, and of course they don't have my blend, and I won't have anything other than that. Sweets. I love this aisle. Don't do it, Jacqueline. Just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's healthy. I love this. I love this one. I'm obsessed with this brand of tea. Their Earl Grey. Oh my god, it is so good. I'm so obsessed with it. I bet you this one's really good. but I love this. I got this, it's really good. I got the matcha, the Earl Green, also amazing. I mean, I have all of these. I literally have all of these because it's my favorite tea. Pink lemon ginger. No, I feel like I have to try this. But look at these ingredients, how good and clean they are. The Earl Grey. I love it because it's black tea with essential oil of bergamot, where a lot of teas, it's not essential oil, it's natural. It's like bergamot flavoring. By the way, I love grocery shopping. I'm obsessed with the grocery store. I have to show you guys this cereal that I love. Okay, it's called Lovebird. The ingredients are so clean, so I love getting the strawberry and the cocoa and then mixing them together. But look at these ingredients. So clean. They use beet juice powder to color it instead of dyes. But I'm just noticing, look at, they have new ones. They have protein ones, but it's not vegan, it's grass-fed. But if that's your thing, I love this brand. It actually doesn't taste like cardboard. I think I'm gonna get myself some. This could be what I have at night. Going in the carts for sure. I got some kale for juicing. I got some Napa cabbage. Love that. I don't know if I'm gonna saute it, make wraps out of it. Not sure. Some soap, toothpaste, body lotion. Potatoes. I love these organic fingerling potatoes. I got beets for juicing. I got some broccoli, and then I got a ton of tofu. Carrots for juicing. I got some plain tofu that I can season myself. And I also got some baked turmeric tofu. I love this. I just have to tell you, I love Jenny's tofu brand so much. And she also makes organic soy milk. That is absolutely delicious, but I just love how pressed this is. I love the texture of it. This is the turmeric one. She also has like a 5-spice. This is just plain. So far, I've only seen this at Whole Foods. I do love this wild brine Korean style kimchi. I try to do some kimchi at least once a day for my gut health. And I got some oranges for juicing. I got some organic. Everything's organic, I can probably stop saying that. But I got some organic asparagus. I love roasting asparagus, but mostly I love blanching it and adding lemon to it. I got some Brussels sprouts. So I got some organic Brussels sprouts. So what I do with these guys is I coat them in some avocado oil, toss them with some vegan Parmesan by Follow Your Heart, and some Italian herbs. And then I lay them out on a baking sheet, and I really take all of the shredded Parmesan that fell off in the bowl that I mix it in and scoop it up and like press it down on the board so it gets a little crusty when you bake it. And I have, yeah, garlic, oh, and tons of garlic cloves. And I do garlic Parmesan Brussels sprout. I got some celery for juicing. The cereal that you heard me gush about, I love this stuff, that's my treat. Pineapple for juicing. I got avocados. I try to eat at least a half an avocado a day. Got coconut milk. Oh, my favorite tea. I did end up buying these. It's soup season. I want to keep it on hand because of the maltodextrin. I'm gonna be, using it sparingly. And my vegetable broth, which the best thing that you can do is when you use your garlic and your onion and all of your scraps, throw them in a pot, throw some water over it, and make yourself your own vegetable stock. It is the absolute best. It's so much better than buying this, but I just ran out of mine. So in the meantime, before I get more scraps, I gotta use that. I have some lemons and organic Honeycrisp apples here for juicing. Some organic purple cabbage. So try when you're at the grocery store, look at how beautiful and vibrant that is in color. When you're at the grocery store, definitely shoot for all things purple. Anything that had or blue, like blueberries, purple onion, and purple cabbage, because these all have an extra antioxidant called anthocyanin, and that's specific for targeting inflammation. So it helps to lower inflammation. I just made this red curry squash the other night, and it's absolutely delicious. It's more nutty and rich in flavor than butternut squash or spaghetti squash. And also this guy, the koji nut squash. I am obsessed with this. This is at Whole Foods. I've only seen it at Whole Foods. I mean, hot out of the oven, it is so delicious. I can't even explain it to you. Here's my turmeric. I love Whole Foods has organic turmeric, and I'm obsessed. It looks just like ginger, but it's orange. So I will be adding this to my juice. Turmeric is an excellent anti-inflammatory. You just have to remember that it needs to be paired with black pepper in order to make it bioavailable. It actually makes it 2,000 times more bioavailable when you pair it with black pepper. Even better if you can pair it with a fat. For instance, if I put it in my juice, I'm gonna wanna eat a healthy fat with that juice to make it absorb better. I can also put the turmeric in like a golden milk. So I can use my coconut milk, add the turmeric, add the black pepper, add a little bit of, maple syrup, cinnamon, delicious. And here's my ginger. Have a lot of ginger here. Use that for my juicing. I did get a Vidalia onion because of Courtney Cook. I want to start doing onion cups. I'm very excited about this. I want everything in an onion cup. I did an onion boil last night, which I forgot to film for you guys, but it was phenomenal. It was so good. I had some leftover red curry squash that I had roasted, so I ate that on the side with that. What would have been perfect is if I had some tofu in the house to add tofu to it. So I had some protein, but I didn't have any. So I just ate an entire onion with some squash last night, and it was so good. So anyway, this is my Whole Foods haul. I am very excited. It's gonna be so good and healthy this week eating. I gotta put all of this away. That's not the fun part of all of this. The best way to store your asparagus is getting a little bit of water, sticking it in there like that, and then covering them like this. And that'll help keep your asparagus if you don't plan on eating it for a couple days. You can do this with all of your herbs. So like your parsley, cilantro, scallions, this is the best way to store them. That was a successful walk. Everybody had a great time. Good girl. Is that my good girl? Is that my good girl? Oh yeah, you get your rubbins? You get your rubbins? Oh yeah, sweet girl. Come here, Stanley. Come here, Stanley, get your rubbins. Come here. Good boy. You gotta get your rubbins too. You gotta get your rubbins too. Oh, thank you, Phoebe. Thank you. Thank you, Phoebe. Thank you. Oh, my boy. I love you. Oh, my boy. I love you. Oh, you're gonna jump on Stanley? I love you, sweetie. You're such a jelly bean. You're such a jelly bean. Let me kiss my boy. I love you, boy. Did you have a good walk? Oh, yes, you did. Oh, yes. Okay, Phoebe. I made a white bean and kale soup the other night. I figured I would do a video and show you how I made it. So I have a little Dutch oven here. You can use any type of pot you want that you normally make your soups in. You will be using 2 quarts, at least 1.5 quarts of broth. So just make sure it's big enough to accommodate that. I'm gonna add a little bit of avocado oil to the bottom, probably about 2 tablespoons full. We're gonna start doing our mirepoix, which is carrots, onions, and celery. If you're making stock, this is what you wanna save. I am gonna make a stock, actually. Here we go, get a Cambro, just like I used in the kitchen. Because it's evening, I'm not gonna start my stock. I want that to cook for several hours on the stove, so I'll start that tomorrow. So just put that off to the side, and you'll wanna save all of your scraps here, including onion skin, that's the best part, to go in your stock. I have 3 celery stalks here that I am dicing up here. Celery is really, really good for your bones, which we all need. Put your celery in there. If you have large carrots, just use, like, it depends how big, but you know, like this I consider pretty small. But if they're on the medium to small side, use 2. This is just what I had left. You see how tiny these are? So I'm using all of these carrots, but you do not need like 4 large carrots in this. You just need, you know, 1 very large carrot. If you buy organic, they're not going to be that big at all. So just kind of eyeball it in proportion to your celery. Carrots are excellent for eye health, which, you know, having uveitis right now, I'm trying to eat a lot of carrots. But doing a mirepoix is what makes, it's the base of a lot of soups and stews, and it's truly what gives it so much of its flavor. Mirepoix is a great base for so many things. There's even stores, I don't recommend getting it pre-chopped. Stores have it packaged, already diced up for you. I would never do that for many reasons, for food safety reasons. Okay, so there are the carrots and celery. Now we add our onion. Put that in our stock. So let's just give our onion a little dice here. Add the onion in. You can use a red potato for this. I recommend red. I have these gold potatoes at home that I want to use up because they're starting to grow eyes. Just give a rough chop to your potatoes. Set those aside. We're gonna do some garlic as well, but I'm gonna get this mirepoix on the stove. So the mirepoix is gonna be on the stove for about, I don't know, 5 minutes, less than, just a couple minutes. And then we're gonna add the garlic. You never wanna add the garlic with the mirepoix because the garlic cooks a lot quicker and you risk having burnt garlic. You wanna put the garlic peels in your stock. I love garlic, so I'm probably gonna use 4, okay. I got 6 cloves here. What you wanna do with your garlic is you wanna smash it. This releases compounds that release all of the healing benefits of the garlic. So try to always prepare your garlic a few minutes ahead of time so it has time to sit and work its magic. We'll stir the mirepoix. Okay, then I am going to finely mince this garlic. You want to mince this up. You can rough chop it if you love chunks of garlic. Garlic has so many health benefits. It is so good for your gut health. Putting it in salad dressings, oh, fave. Just garlic, lemon, and avocado oil, salt, pepper is truly all you need. Okay, so I'm gonna go throw this in with the mirepoix. That smells absolutely amazing. Yum. I already rinsed. I have about half cup-ish of red lentils. You want to rinse those until they run clear. I already did that. I have my beans open. When I put the beans in, I'm putting even the bean juice that's in there. In that, I have my potato diced up. So now after the mirepoix is done, we're gonna put the potatoes in and the lentils. Stir everything around, let it sit for a few minutes, and then we are going to season and put the stock in. Oops, just flung everything out of the pan. All right, onions are translucent. Garlic, I can smell the garlic. It smells amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and add the lentils. This gives the soup so much flavor. If you try green or black, it's gonna give it a different flavor. So try to get red. It won't be bad, but try to get red if you can. Add our potatoes. Okay, now let's season this. I use pink Himalayan sea salt. It has over 80 trace minerals and it's better for you. I add a little bit of red pepper flakes. The key ingredient right here, the Simply Organic Umami Blend. So this is sweet and smoky. They do just have a regular, but I can't find it. I just bought it and I can't find it, so I used this. Holy crap, you guys. So amazing. I would say add a teaspoon of this at least. Delicioso. And then, of course, some black pepper. Oh God, I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. This smells absolutely amazing. So now we're gonna add our vegetable stock. I hope this all fits in here. You don't want to add your kale and beans until the very end. So you saute all of that at like medium heat, medium-high heat, okay? Turn it on high, crank it up, and we're gonna bring this to a boil for about 10 to 15 minutes. We're gonna add the beans and the kale, turn it down to low and let it cook for maybe another 10 minutes, and then we'll be good to go. Add a can of this. So you can use navy beans, you can use garbanzo beans, truly. I mean, it's kale and white bean soup, so ideally you wanna use white beans. While we're waiting on that, we need to strip our kale and chop it up. So the thing with adding kale to your stock scraps, it can make the stock a little bitter, so you don't want to overdo it. Like, don't add an entire bunch of kale stems to your stock. So I'll just add, you know, I don't know, 3 or 4. Let's chop kale. So you want to strip it off. This is really big leaves. You want to strip it off the stalk, off the stem. Kale is so good for you. It's a superfood full of vitamin A, vitamin C, so many things. It's so, so, so good for you. If I were to make a salad with this, okay, you have to massage your kale. It breaks down the cellular wall. It makes it easier to digest. It allows you to absorb the nutrients even better. So always, always, always massage your kale, okay? Ours is basically going to be getting a massage because it's gonna be going into boiling water. We are just gonna chop up this kale, add it at the very end to our soup so it doesn't overcook. Okay, just giving it a little rough chop here. That way it doesn't fly up and slap me in the face when I'm trying to eat it. Now we can go over and add our beans. I'm also a really big fan of meals that do not take a long time to make and don't dirty a lot of dishes. So this is definitely one of those meals. It is good, it is hearty, it has so many health benefits, lots of fiber, protein. You can even add, I might even throw some tofu in my bowl. I don't know, this is just so good on its own. I kinda don't even want to do that. Did you even see any of that? Because my fat ass hand was in the way the whole time. You see this burnt spatula? My mom did that the other night when she was cooking. I love wooden spatulas, but yeah, she burnt it. Don't judge, okay? This is a no judgment zone. You can judge my mom for burning the shit out of the spatula, but don't judge me for using it. Let's bring that to a boil. Let's add our kale. I just have to do a little bit for right now, so I have room. And then I'm gonna scoop some out into a bowl and eat some, and then I'll add the rest of the kale. But if you use an appropriate sized pot, you would just add all of your kale. But see how it's nice and bright and green? Beautiful, okay. All right, let's give it a try. I'm so excited. God, this looks so good. It smells even better. Yes. I'm like drooling, it's so good. This soup is just so, so good. I cannot wait for you guys to try it. So make it and tell me what you think. I'm definitely having another bowl. Okay. Not gonna make you sit here and watch me eat. Some people don't like that. I personally love watching people eat, but anyway, I'm gonna go have a cozy night with the dogs and I will talk to you guys later.